Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel and at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Today we're talking about the spirit, and productivity. What is the tie between being rooted in spirit or spirituality, or you choose your own nomenclature there, and how that can tie to one's productivity, all right? If you're enjoying the show already, please swipe left or right across your device. Please also go to productivethroughjoy.com. See what we do. We speak to groups and organizations and schools about being productive through joy. We also offer live one-on-one productive through joy consulting. You can go again to productivethroughjoy.com. You can also go to michaeldatcher.com to learn more about us. And please become a subscriber here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel. Just push that subscribe button and get all the videos for free. I did say free. 1, 2, 3, 4, free. Holla at us. All right. Today, again, we're talking about the spirit and productivity. On the morning show, we like to also, I should probably say a bit about myself for those who are new to the show. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I'm the author of the New York Times bestseller, Raising Fences, which was a Today Show book of the month. Picked Up Book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called My People, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americas, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown, of course, was murdered in the conflagration that ensued there initially. I'm also the former executive director of the World Stage, a literary and jazz venue here in California. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate, my master's from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. I'm currently a professor of English Lit at Loyola Marymount University here in Los Angeles. I'm an expert at being productive is the point. I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity given how crazy my own personal narrative is. Listen, I'm the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to a wonderful single divorcee. Yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. So listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Cool Modi famously said, how you like me now? And if I can be this productive through joy, so can many of us who are watching this show. And that in many ways inspires our show, but also our business, because we know what it's like to come from difficulty, from hardship. Folks like us have a great built-in excuse for why we don't have to ball, cannot ball, should not ball. But we're here to tell you we can still ball until we fall, despite our place of economic or social origins. All right, so let's dive into the topic of today. And the morning show, we like to also we'll get into that topic, which is spirit and productivity. In the morning show, we like to also tap into the idea of framing your day before your day has a chance to frame you, because you know it will. At times we'll wake up in the morning with trouble on our mind, and I was sharing, as I have the last few months here, just about some serious drama I've been going through with people in my inner circle, heartbreaking stuff. Actually, almost a year now, and certainly my longest kind of long-term drama, just in terms of relationships and when things go weird and people act funny style, and just how heartbreaking it is when folks in your circle go way left on you. So I was sharing how in the mornings I was waking up with that on my mind. It was really, really bothering me, right? And I know that I'm not unique in that experience. So we help individuals before that can alter the course of our entire day, to frame our day before our day has a chance to frame us. And we do this in the context of a ritual. Ritual can be defined as essentially doing the same thing at around the same time. It's best seen through example. And so let me just share my brief morning ritual to serve as an exemplar. In the mornings I wake up, including this morning at 3:45 a.m., hella early AF. I read a couple of spiritual business books and do our show now at 4:45 a.m. And then at 5 I work on my current book, my current novel, until sunrise in LA, which is around 6:15, 6:20. And at sunrise, at dawn, I go to the beach. I live here along the coast in Venice Beach, California. I take my drum, I go drum and meditate and pray, me, the seagulls, and the dolphins together as one. And then I come back to the crib to work on my book a while longer, and then go back to the beach to run up the coast all the way past Santa Monica Superior, come all the way back here to Venice. I got to go to my gym, get my workout in, get my buff on. So guys, by 9:30, I'm feeling amazing. My body's being flooded with endorphins, and as we know from 10th grade science, when the body's feeling joyful, what's happening is that the body is flooding itself with endorphins, and we can leverage that endorphin tethered feeling to move us towards our goals and objectives. All right. So, which for me, of course, involve real estate, publishing, public speaking, and of course, consulting. So we're not saying do what I do. We're saying do what you do, and we help individuals, in particular, folks who are entrepreneurs, folks who are or in other ways, really trying to elevate their game, their mode of operating on the planet. We help them. That's my daughter, my co-pilot. Honey, your dad's doing the show right now. I'll get some more right now. I made pancakes. I can multitask that way. Morning, Daddy. Honey, I'll get that syrup for you in 1 second because you know I can put some syrup on your plate. That's what I do. We're back. This may be a quicker show because my daughter needs some maple syrup from the maple tree, like grade A maple syrup on those pancakes. So let's dive into the topic, guys. And so I'm reading 2 great books now. The Nag Hammadi Reader, as part of my morning reading, and a book called On the Moment. And from those 2 books, I extract some wisdom, which I call the morning chant. Today's morning chant is, as a meditating natural mystic, I am abundance because I am rooted in spirit. So from that, I think about that idea throughout my day. I contemplate that, but also create the morning and afternoon shows based upon that idea. And so today we're talking about spirit and productivity, all right? So pancakes are called. So let me rush through these 3 quick points to make today. So point 1 is that you want to have a high valuation for spirit. I know as Sting alluded to, that we're spirits living in a material world, and that material world can get us distracted. We have to really work to root ourselves in the spirit. That's point 1. So how does one do that? Which goes into point 2. You want to do some work. So for me, it's reading spiritual texts each morning. It's meditating, it's doing yoga. There's many ways that we can go about doing this, but you want to find being quiet, taking a walk. You want to have some time in your day scheduled in, or probably it's not going to happen. Will you set aside some time every day for your spirit? You know, again, I've mentioned I do yoga, I read these spiritual books. I have, my thing is pretty developed. After all these years of doing it, I have a pretty developed system. But in the beginning, I couldn't get beyond 5 minutes of meditation because my mind is so mercurial. I'd be like, ooh, I couldn't sit still. But now I can do hour, 2 hours, or recently I went to a meditation retreat and did 4 days, hitting 8-10 hours a day of meditation. It was very intense. So I can now go for hours or at times days meditating. But in the beginning, it wasn't that way. I could not get beyond, I'm not exaggerating, 5 minutes. So we're just saying, but you want to start where you are, right? For me, that was at 5 minutes of meditation, which goes into point 3. As you have a high evaluation for spirit, as you just start where you are, you're going to see an immediate uptick in productivity. Why? Because you are investing in yourself, in the spiritual, in the primordial realm, in the thing that was here before all of us were, but that's also still a part of us. And that's where your real power comes from, because you're tapping into the same thing that the sun is made out of, the same thing that the ocean is made out of, right? The same thing that is the complexity of the human body. All those things are related because, as we know from modern day physics, that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It just changes forms. And that's how many folks who believe in God view God as well. That primordial thing is still here on this earth, and that means that it's also a part of us, that we are an expression of that oneness. And so a part of that tapping into making time for the spirit is that you are tapping into the one. You are knowing yourself, as the great ancient Kemetic or Egyptians said. So boom, goes to that dynamite. That's all for today's show. We air each weekday morning, hella early at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel. Please hit that subscribe button, become a subscriber, get all these free videos. I did say free. Come on, spell it for me. FREE. Also, please go to productivethroughjoy.com. Have me come out and speak to your group or your school. We love speaking to students because we know that they are the future. Also, of course, look into our live one-on-one Productive Through Joy Consulting. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll see you soon this afternoon. Last show of the week. We just air weekdays, mornings at 4:45 a.m. and 4:45 p.m. live. The 4:45 p.m. show, of course, is on Facebook Live. Thanks for being here. We'll see you soon. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.